the kitchen with Anna Petrosyan. So today I'm going to be making vegan cinnamon rolls. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the dough. That's this section here. Then this is gonna be the filling, only 2 ingredients. And then lastly, it's gonna be the cream that we put on top like that. Okay, so for the dough, you're gonna need 2, since it's vegan, we're gonna do almond milk or coconut milk because they're vegan. So 2 cups of almond or coconut milk. We're gonna need a half a cup of oil, 1/3 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of yeast, and a teaspoon of salt. And we are going to also use 5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. Okay, so first we're going to take our almond milk and we are going to pour it in. Perfect. 1 and 2. Perfect. Then we are going to just pour in our oil. That's good enough. And some sugar. Whoa, that's such a cool design. It's like a circle. And some sugar. Some yeast. Perfect. We're gonna mix right now. Slowly so it doesn't just spill everywhere. Perfect. And we're just going to get our teaspoon of salt. Perfect. And 5 cups of flour. So we're just gonna mix the salt in. Perfect. Perfect. Then we're going to get 5 cups of flour. One. Perfect. 2. We're gonna just mix. We're gonna use a spoon to help us, a bigger one. This is our 3rd one. Perfect. 3, 4, and we don't need to do the 5th one, that's fine, it's enough. We're gonna mix slowly. How much you want? You can do 5 or 4. Perfect. We don't need to mix too fast or else it might spill out. And it's getting a thicker consistency, which we want, and it's getting more harder. Just perfect. And we're gonna add 1 more, 5 basically, because it looks like we need more. 2, 3, just half of it. Perfect. That's good. I'm gonna put this aside, and we are going to be mix. Perfect. Perfect. It's kind of hard to mix because it's getting very, very thick. Perfect. This is good enough. This is exactly the consistency you want. Now you're just going to close the top and leave it for 1 hour. Just let it sit for 1 hour. And since I didn't want to waste your guys' time, I have my dough right here. I did leave it for 1 hour before shooting this video. So we'll see if it's sticky like this. Just put some flour underneath, but it looks like mine's not sticky. But first, just in case, we have to put some flour on the table, and make sure your table is clean because we can't have a dirty table or else that'll make the dough dirty. And we're just going to spread it out. Perfect. Open some room. Perfect. We're going to spread it out, and we're going to take our dough. We're going to put it on. Perfect. Perfect. Put some flour on top. That's good. And then we're going to get our little tool here, handy dandy tool. And we're just going to roll it, make it very big. Perfect. When you see thicker spots like this, you should work on those spots to make them very thin. Perfect. Okay, so we're working on it. Just gonna flip it over a little so it doesn't fall off. Perfect. Make sure you don't rip your dough. Perfect. That's good. Perfect. Perfect, that's good. Then we are going to get some oil. We're going to put it on. Perfect. We're just gonna, and then just rub it on like that. Perfect. That's good. Make sure it's oily. Perfect. Then you are going to get your brown sugar and you are going to basically put it everywhere. It has to be very even. So this is the part where we are doing our filling, basically. Perfect. We have to make sure to get it everywhere. So on the sides. Perfect. Good, good. You have to make sure it's even everywhere. Good. So we're gonna put some at the top right here because as you can see, there's barely anything there. We're just gonna spread it out. Perfect. That's good. You're just gonna go like that. Perfect. Some here because we don't have any here. Some here. Perfect. And then lastly, just this bit, and we're going to put it everywhere. Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to get our cinnamon and we are going to put it everywhere, like everywhere. Shake it. Perfect. Perfect, just shake it everywhere. Make sure you get it everywhere because we're making cinnamon rolls. It has the name cinnamon in it. Perfect, that's good enough. Then we are going to start rolling our dough. Perfect. Very carefully. Very equally. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to bring it closer to us so we can work better on it. And we're going to take off the flour because we don't need the flour. And it's okay if you don't get all of it off. Then we are going to close the sides. Perfect. That's good. Close it. Perfect. Then you're going to get your knife and cut it evenly into small pieces like this. Perfect. All the way. That's so pretty inside. Perfect. Then you're going to set your stove for 350 Fahrenheit and you are going to cook for about 30 minutes, bake for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to get some oil, spread it around everywhere. Perfect. We are going to put it inside. Perfect. We're going to get it and put it inside. They're so beautiful. Look at this one. Perfect. This is going to turn out very, very delicious. This is totally worth it that you're spending your time on this. You should all try this. It's delicious. Perfect. If you want, you can put the sides, but there's no sugar in there, brown sugar, so I just put these, and I basically bake for about 30 minutes. And while that's baking, we put that in the stove. We are going to make our cream. Yay! So we're gonna put this aside. Clean. Perfect. Now we're going to bring this stuff in front so you guys can see. Perfect. First, we are going to put our powdered sugar in. Good. Then we are going to put our almond milk. 2. 1. And 2. Perfect. Then we're just gonna mix and then we'll add our vanilla. Perfect. Then we're going to look at that. That's so cool. This cream is gonna be so good. That's the cream right on here. And now we're gonna add our vanilla. 1/2 tablespoon. Mix. Perfect. And after you take your cinnamon rolls out of the oven, you are going to put this on top like this. Perfect. And you got yourself some cinnamon rolls, vegan cinnamon rolls. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching Kids in the Kitchen with Anna Petrosyan.